Hello everybody, it is All-Nighters Brody time, and welcome back to Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney Trilogy. Yeah, I've been super excited since I stopped my recording session yesterday. I want to get back in, I want to play more of this game, and that is exactly what we're going to do. And of course, when we last left off, we're pretty much at the end of Turnabout Trump. We have finally kind of squashed any counter arguments that Gavin may have. So let's go see the end of this case and what the aftermath will be. Let's go. Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright? Revenge? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago. My past is like my logic, straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction. Fine. I'm glad we could have this little titty right. I hope I said that right. I don't know if I said that right. This is insane. What about me? Don't I get to prosecute anyone? Sorry, 1 second. I believe this time we've finally come to the end of our trial. Mr. Payne, do you have a report for us on Christoph Gavin? He's admitted everything. We're processing his arrest now. I see. Still, one has to wonder why he would do such a thing. He didn't even have a connection to the victim, did he? None of that we know of. Mr. Wright, have you anything to add? I'm afraid I can't shed any more light on the matter. About this victim, Mr. Shady Smith. His occupation was listed as traveler. An odd profession to be sure, and that's all we know about him. I'll arrange a follow-up investigation, Your Honor. Good. Mr. Wright? Yes? 7 years, and you still haven't lost your touch. Christoph Gavin was a man with much significance for me, both as a friend and a lawyer. He's extremely talented, to be sure. I needed 2 things before I could confront him. The first was a place where no injustice would be tolerated. This courtroom. The second was a man who would tolerate no injustice. In other words, a defense attorney. You, Apollo. Me? This is a dark time for our legal system. A twisting of justice brought on by your very own initial trial system. We have to set it right. Mr. Wright. Our work lies ahead of us, and I, for one, am looking forward to it. Well, this seems like a good time to announce a verdict. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. Woo! Confetti's back! Yay! Okay, the sound didn't go as long as that animation. Court is adjourned. That, I'll save it for when we get through the epilogue. Thanks, Apollo. Oh, damn. Check out this new end of court jam. Thanks, Apollo. I will say one thing. The music in this game is still great, though. No matter what. You came through, just like I thought you would. Pretty sure I didn't do a thing in there. It was you who cornered Mr. Gavin, the killer. I couldn't have done it by myself. You said so too today, didn't you? Your ability. Yes, but the question is, how do you know he has this ability? Like, how did you know? Like, how do you know Apollo? Was it just from Gavin, or is Apollo related to somebody important? Like, I'm trying to think of where this power could come from. Ability? Yes, a sensitivity I lack. You'll come to understand it soon enough. Wait, I wonder if he means... I've one question for the witness then. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true? Of course it's true. What's this weird vibe I'm getting? What was that, Mr. Wright? You'll have to find the answer to that question yourself. The answer, right. Today was full of questions without answers, most of them about Mr. Gavin. What possible reason could he have had to commit murder? Perhaps you'll learn that in the days to come. Wait, you don't know, do you? This locket is the key. Huh? Oh, that reminds me. I met the girl whose picture is in your locket. Okay, we've seen this 3 times. We don't need to see it again. Your daughter, right? That's right. She's my daughter. No, you were right about this locket. Eh? I took this off his neck the night he died. But it looks like our dear Russian scam artist saw me. So the truth is, this locket really did belong to him. Wait, but that's perjury! You testified. You said that locket was yours. I said no such thing, actually. Huh? I merely said that it was a locket with my daughter's picture inside. A subtle distinction, but a distinction nonetheless. And it's the truth. Wait, but then why? Why was the victim wearing a locket with a picture of your daughter inside it? Sometimes the straightest path to the truth isn't the best one. Give it time. You're still just getting started with your career. Speaking of which, I may be out of a job. I work for Gavin Law Offices after all. Still can't believe I just saw Mr. Gavin get led away in handcuffs. Paulo. Yes? How about coming to work for me? Eh? You mean at the Wright & Co. law offices? I mean, there's not a single attorney in my generation that doesn't know it. Can't imagine that to be true, but... Wait, but didn't you... You're not a... Oh, I turned in my badge, yes. I'm not an attorney anymore. That incident 7 years ago. That legendary trial. And at the middle of it, all was one man. Phoenix Wright. The case reached its sad conclusion and he left law for good. Have you ever thought about coming back to the courts? I'm not qualified to stand in a court of law, I'm afraid. Didn't you notice in today's trial? There's a single piece of forged evidence. Forged evidence? What are you talking about? I'm talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. One piece of evidence struck me as odd, it's true. It just seemed, well, too perfect. I'll bet this was the forged evidence. It's the bloody ace. It's the thing that clinched the whole trial. You mean this, don't you? I got this from your daughter, Mr. Wright. Yes, that card couldn't have been found at the crime scene. Why? Because the killer took it with him when he left, leaving the wrong card in its place, luckily for us. The court can't accept this evidence. It's fraud! A fraud? How can you be so sure? I would think the only person who could claim it was a fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene. The real killer. My verdict was already handed down 7 years ago. Then, you really? Yes, I forged this card. One look at the crime scene should have told you it wasn't real. But you can't do something like that and call yourself an attorney! Who's calling themselves an attorney? Apollo? So it's true. The rumor is true! 7 years ago. None of that matters much now, does it? Oh, did he hit him? I punched him. It's your story from here on out, Apollo. Perhaps I can help you turn the next page. My office address. Drop in if you like. Sorry, I missed the period. Mr. Wright. Oh, about your uppercut. Try yelling. Take that next time. I find it packs a little more punch. And Apollo, thanks for today. I had a good time. So he did forge evidence. Interesting. I'm sure we'll figure that. It's obviously some corruption story. Like, I got that much from what I remembered. But it's like, there's the little stuff, like the little offhand comments Wright made about the justice system, which I didn't remember. And that's how my first trial ended. A lot of mysteries went unsolved, and at the time, I had no idea they were all related. Every mystery that day, connected by a single thread of logic. I'd find that out soon enough. My name is Apollo Justice, attorney at law, and this is how my story begins. Alrighty, so despite a couple of beginning scenes in the second case, we are blind from here on out, folks. We made it. We're past the semi-blind territory. On to the next case. Continue the next chapter. Yes, because we just started this video. As long as we draw breath, the wheel of fate turns. What in the hell? Phoenix was almost hit by a car, spinning big crimes and little crimes together. And when the wheel stops... Damn, just shot him. You die. Whew, here we go. 2 months have passed since Mr. Gavin's arrest. My first trial and I lost both my mentor and my job. The game just hiccuped there. Hopefully the recording's okay. Yep, we're all good there, no frame drop. But even when I hit bottom, I told myself I'd never come here, honest. Here, being the legendary Wright & Co. law offices. Okay, Justice, time to stop trembling. Ah, you must be here for the interview. Right this way. Huh? Hello there, you found the right place. Welcome. What's with this girl? Well now, shall we begin? Begin? What? Right, first things first. Any special talents? Talents? Yes, well, you must have at least one. Well, I guess defending? Defending? An unusual talent, but it'll do. With a little jazzing up, of course. You think so? Let's give it a go, shall we? Huh? Go ahead, show me. Defend. Just give it all you got. Don't hold back now. Well, what are you talking about? I can't just defend here. First lesson. A professional can perform anywhere. Sorry, excuse me. Thanks. We want people to be laughing with us, not at us. Thanks. But I'm not... God dang it, I hate this. Whenever I start recording, this always happens. I'm sorry. But I'm not sure why they should be laughing at all. What? What exactly do you think you came here to do? What? Defend? No? Excuse me, but do you know where you are? Huh? The Wright & Co. law offices, right? Oh, I was afraid of that. Don't worry, you're not the first. Look, what's going on here? Who are you? I came here to meet with the person in charge. Well, you've apparently made no fewer than 2 mistakes. Mistakes? But I got a call from Mr. Wright this morning. Perhaps you should go read the sign out front again? What's there to read? Look, it says right there... Oh. Why does it say Wright Talent Agency? Welcome to the Wright Talent Agency, where you've always come to the right place. I'm Trucy Wright, CEO. I'm a magician. It all came flooding back. The trial, the girl. Hello, sir. Please pick a card. That's right. She's my daughter. Trucy Wright. Here, check out our flyer. So, what's your name? Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Alrighty. Oh! I like the look of this place. Loving the music too. Well, I guess we just talk with her first. That's how it always works. So, is this really a talent agency? You bet. Daddy started it 7 years ago when he quit law. Of course, we only have 2 people signed up right now. 2 people, does that include you? Trucy Wright, magician extraordinaire. I've done a lot of stage shows, paid too. I'm a professional, you know. Right. Promise you'll come to one of my shows, okay? Let's see. Oh, and the other person our agency represents is Phoenix Wright, pianist extraordinaire. Your dad, in other words. Didn't he say he couldn't play the piano? Our agency doesn't see that as a problem. Why, there are many magicians who can't do magic. At least you're optimistic, I'll give you that. So, you're Phoenix Wright's daughter. That's right. After Daddy quit law 7 years ago. I promised I would keep him fed. So I'm kind of his sugar daddy. Get it? No. Of course. No. We're gonna start this already. You know, one thing I've noticed about it was that Phoenix is like Phoenix and you. The main characters always channel the player, and I love that about these games. It's just like, look at there. It's just like, no, and that's exactly what Apollo said. Shoot. He knows how people think. I'm in charge of this whole office too. Pretty amazing for a young lass of 15, wouldn't you agree? You do not look like 15. That is bullshit. But of course, I guess it's Japanese. Like, I guarantee you, if you looked up an actual, Japanese girl, she does not look like this. Why does anime do this? 15? You look at least 18. How old is Mr. Wright? Daddy? Oh, he's 33 this year. I'm sure there's a good explanation. I hope. Adoption? I think it might be adoption. Oh, would it be crazy? No. No, that would even make less sense if she was Maya's daughter. That would... She's connected to the big arcs in some way, I guarantee it. About Mr. Wright giving up law. It was because of that incident 7 years ago, wasn't it? Eh? You know about that? Girl, everyone knows about this. Not the details. I remember the news, though. It was a big deal. So I hear. I was too young to understand what was going on. I'll ask Daddy about it next time I get a chance. Daddy, right? That reminds me, about Mr. Wright. He gave me a call this morning to come in. Daddy's not here right now. He's in the hospital. The hospital? Yeah, he's on strict bed rest until he gets better. What? Okay. Which hospital is Mr. Wright in? I'll pay him a visit. Oh, the Hickfield Clinic. Hickfield? I guarantee you that's out in the sticks. It's quite close. Okay, then I guess not. Right, well, I'll be going now, and I'll, give this showbiz gig some thought, okay? Wait, I'll go with you. God dang. So this is Mr. Wright's hospital. I guess he... Oh, hey, the Silver Samurai's on the TV. Oh, not you! Visitors, are you? Yeah, are you the doctor? Yup, Dr. Hickfield's the name. Good morning, Doctor. Oh, hiya there, Trucy. Cute as ever. Oh, God. Is this Daddy's room? Oh, yeah, except he's gone for a morning checkup. Be back soon. How are you, Miss Trucy? Got any places you like examined? Doctor, the nurse was looking for you. Why, if it isn't Daddy-O, the cutest little thing in town. Guess I'll be off then. Later, Trucy. Wow, what an odd bird that guy was. And also, definitely a sexual predator. Good morning. Didn't expect you so soon, Apollo. Mr. Wright. Okay, buddy. First off, oh, shoot. Wrong button. What the frick? What happened? Yes, I want to know that too. So, what happened? Who could have imagined it? Me, victim of a hit and run. A hit? And you were hit by a car? Oh, he tried to swerve, I'll give him that. Picture me tossed 30 feet through the air, only stopping when my head hit the telephone pole. How are you alive? No, Phoenix, no. How the hell are you alive? If you were hit 30 feet, and you were going pretty fast, and you hit your head on a pole, that's it. Life expired. You hit a telephone pole with your head? Are you okay? Thankfully, my only injury was a sprained ankle. Okay. He really is as lucky as they say. There's something that, well, it just doesn't sit right. I just can't believe you have a daughter, Mr. Wright. And she's so big. Not fat, but you know what I mean. Oh, Trucy's still a child. Daddy, how many times do I have to remind you? I'm not a child anymore. But you'll always be Daddy's little baby girl to me, Trucy. My foot. I'm not buying it. Oh, something you should know about Trucy. She's a magician, right? She told me. Not a mere stage magician. She's a genius. Aw, Daddy. You'll soon come to appreciate her talent. You just tell me things instead of insinuating them. So, why did you contact me? What could the Wright talent AG possibly want with me? No need to get prickly now. Hey, I didn't ask to be dragged in like this. Huh? But did you come into the office of your own free will anyway? Well, yeah, of course. Hell, we're in big trouble here at the office. Big! I thought someone was dying. So you don't think this is big trouble? My talent agency represents only 2 people, and one of them is in the hospital. That's right, Daddy. How are we going to pay this month's rent and the groceries? You've always been terrible at paying rents. Yeah, that's the problem with such a tight operation. It's a symbiotic relationship. When one of us falls, the other 2 must fall. Hey, this isn't exactly a suitable conversation to be having with a 15-year-old kid. In any case, if Apollo here can't help you, you'll have to transfer to a new school. Again. No, I can't. I only just made friends. How could you do this to me? To us, Polly? Huh? What? Now it's my fault? On that note, how about you come work for us? I've got the perfect client for you already lined up. A client? I'm gonna get to do my job? I get to defend in court? Alright, I'll hear what you have to say. You got him, Daddy. Hook, line, and sinker. Now it's time to reel him in. It's official. I'm scared. Alright, so who's the client? Ah, yes, here. Take a look at the map and I'll explain. Last night I left the office just before 9 o'clock. I was going to that Indochine pasta joint, Al Dente's. I play piano there, of course. That's when it happened. The car sent me flying, nicked a telephone pole, and zoomed away. Creepy, huh? Just a tad. It's almost as creepy as hearing you tell the story like it was no big deal. The car sped off in this direction. I guarantee you it's the real criminal fleeing. It probably was. So, good luck. Huh? You wanted a client, didn't you? Well, I'm your client. I'm the guy who knocked me into the telephone pole. Whoa, hold on. I'm a defense attorney, not a detective. Don't worry. Once you found the guy, I intend to sue him. Then you can stick it to him in court. I'm not a prosecutor either. I'm sorry, but this is crazy. I'm going home. Don't get so worked up. It was just a joke. Huh? Oh, Daddy. Sorry, Apollo. He just loves jokes, you know. Even the ones that aren't very funny. Your real client should be stopping by the office any time now. The office? You mean the talent agency? I mean, we're gonna have to play detective anyway. That's kind of Ace Attorney. Like, watch any real lawyer play, they'll be like, why are we detectives now? Why are we prosecutors now? No harm in going. It's not like I have anything else to do. One more thing. Do look into my accident too, wouldn't you? I marked the scene of the tragedy on this map. It's right in front of this park. Should be easy to find. So he's going to make me investigate this after all. Map added to the court record. I forgot to present this to Trudy, but we gotta present the attorney's badge. Oh, oops, that's not present. What's that? Looks strangely familiar. How could you not recognize an attorney's badge? It's been 7 years. I forgot a lot of things. I guess some 7 years are longer than others. That's why it's always worth it. So anyway, let's go to this accident scene that we have to investigate. Oh yeah. We have to go back to the talent agency first. Hey! How long you planning on making me wait, eh? Ah, good morning. Hey there, Trucy doll. Sounds like your pops had a bit of a rough spot, huh? All's well that ends well, I guess. This is our client. And he's got a bowl on his head and his hair looks like noodles. Hey, so this is that Apollo fellow, huh? Oh, yes. The name's Apollo. Look at him there, arms all crossed, ready to fight. Yes, sir. You don't mean that literally, do you? The boss told you what I need, right? Don't let me down now, Apollo. Don't worry about your defense, sir. I'm on it. Defense? Your noodle half cooked. It's too late for defense. My castle's been stored. My keep's been kept. My noodle stand's been stolen. Noodle? You know Mr. Eldoon from the noodle stand, don't you, Polly? No nicknames, please, and no, of course I don't know him. You new in these parts? Not really. Then you know the best noodles in town, Eldoon's Noodles. Whose noodles? My noodles! Help me out here, Trucy doll. Sorry, this is Mr. Guy Eldoon. There's... Oh my gosh. Ah! This is Mr. Guy Eldoon, our client. Maybe you could tell us what the problem is, Mr. Eldoon? Anything for you, Trucy doll. Alright, let me check. Time. Okay, we're good. So, you run a noodle stand, Mr. Eldoon. Guy Eldoon's the name, and noodles are my game. The secret's in the soup. I've been searching for the perfect soup for a year and a half. Oh, that's not that long, really. My family's been noodle men for generations. Got a lot of expectations on my shoulders. 15 fathers passing the noodle to 15 sons. That's a pretty old noodle. And fool that I was, I pushed it away. I rebelled against my pops and picked another livelihood. But that didn't turn out so well. Oh? There's no denying it. Salty broths run through these veins, boy! So, it was like destiny that you became what you are. Right, destiny's the word? Oh, I fought it. But in the end, I was bound by the twisted noodle of fate. Not a mental image I care to linger on. So last year, I started my noodle stand. The 15th generation of Eldoon's noodles. So tell me more about Eldoon's noodles. You don't know the genius? You don't know the genius that are my noodles? I make them so salty, why, they're saltier than salt! Now I really don't want to find out. Daddy's a regular at his noodle stand. He frequented my pop's stand back during his attorney days, too. Yep, him and his assistant. I'm sorry? I'm sorry, I'll be sure to drop by your stand soon. Wish you could, sonny. Eh? Heck, I wish I could. I'd give anything for a bull bout now. What do you mean? It was stolen. My stand. Gone. Stolen? It was last night. I was doing my rounds, blowing my whistle. It's like an ice cream truck's bell, but louder. He even gets complaints. Now you're just trying to butter me up. Sounded more like the blues than a whistle. I closed up my stand for the night and parked by the house. Then this morning, dark and early, it was gone. My key, castle. Oh! Maybe some bun carted it off? Just guessing here. Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there too. That's the saddest thing I've heard all day. You know it. You know it. Anyhow, that's the deal. Good luck. Good. Huh? Wait. What exactly is your request? My noodle stand. Find it. And the day you bring my baby back is the day you feast on as many noodles as you want. Of course, I make it so hot and salty, 2 bowls would kill a man. Then I'd really need a defense. Speaking of defense, that's what I do. I'm a lawyer, not a detective. This is where I live. This is where I live. You drop by if you need any info, okay? Get it back today if you can, fellow. I got noodles to make. Things have certainly taken a turn for the bizarre. Traffic accidents and noodle stand thieves. Actually, there was something I wanted to ask you about too, Apollo. Huh? Okay, she's serious again. I gotta go back into my serious Trucy voice. Once again, she's a new character. I'm still figuring out her voice. Huh? I have a bad feeling about this. Listen to the lady's problem now. Don't be cruel. I lost something last night. That is, something was stolen. Hey, what's this? More thieving and skullduggery? Well, someone stole a pair of my panties. Nope. No, no, no. Japan? 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 Stop. Stop. Panties? What pervert did that? But I guess it's Japan. There are tons of perverts over there. So they were, stolen. Your, my panties, yes. Right. Panties. That's a crying shame, that is, Trucy doll. I was alone in the office last night. I'd hung my panties out the window there to dry. When a thief came and took them, my favorite panties. I ran after him. Give those back, I shouted. Wait! Well, that was certainly brave of you. But I lost him. Without those panties, I don't know what I'll do. A darn crying shame, yep. Well, at least the scene of the crime is convenient. I'll mark it on your map. I'll be heading home now. Remember, find my stand or there's an empty bowl in your future, Apollo. Right. And you help out Trucy here too, you hear? I mean, come on, Apollo. As long as they pay you, I don't see the problem. Now, of course, I know you're like, I don't know how to investigate. Oh my god, he's twisting his hair like it's a noodle. Things have certainly picked up, haven't they? We had no work yesterday, and now we have 3 cases. I guess. Let's see where we stand. Not in a courtroom, that's where. Well, the first item on our list, Phoenix Wright, Daddy's hit-and-run accident. We have to find the one who hit him. Who's going to pay us for this again? And the second item, Mr. Eldune's request to find his stolen stand, for which we stand to gain a bowl of salty noodles. Oh yeah, he's not actually getting paid. Okay, I take back what I said. And the last request is mine. To find my stolen panties. That bowl of noodles is looking better and better. Let's go, Polly, to the streets. Aren't you enthusiastic? How could I not be? Let's crack these cases, you and me. I guess we might as well get started. Let's see, a hit and run, stolen stand. Last but not least, stolen panties. Okay, let me get a time check. So we still have time. Accident scene, here we go. So this is where Mr. Wright got hit by that car. According to the map, this is the place. What a huge mansion. Apollo, there's a nice-looking lady over there. Let's question her. Okay. I'm a little curious about the park over there, too. Aren't you a character? Excuse me, can we have a few words with you? Wow, what voice do I give her? Well, usually with these type of female characters, I give them, like, that haughty, like... You want something? Whoa, that husky voice. Never mind! Wrong, not the right voice. Thank you, game, for giving me something to work with. Whoa, that husky voice? Why am I suddenly sweating? That's quite a house you've got there. You must have a lot of money. Ooh, money sounds like something my son would call his friends. This is the Kataki family mansion, little girl. Eh? You, kid with hair. You want something? Ah, God, I'm not good at doing husky. Me? No, not a thing. Bye! Apollo, we can't leave without questioning her. What if she knows something? But the Kataki family, they're the biggest organized crime syndicate in town. If you're going to ask something, ask it. If you're man enough. Wow! Right. Yay, way to whip him into shape, ma'am. Does she know no fear? I'm Plum Kataki, wife of the fourth head of the Kataki family business. Friends call me Little Plum. I'm Little Apollo Justice, attorney at law. If looks could kill, this woman would be a mass murderer by now. Ooh. Little Plum? That's a really cute name for someone so... Yes? Whoa! What is it, Apollo? How about you go through me when talking to her, okay, Trucy? Huh, that seems like a bit of a needless procedure. I'm a lawyer. I live for needless procedures. Oh, little girl, you should know we're gangsters. Oh, that means you're the bad guys. Trucy, through me, please. I'm begging you here. The bad guys. I like the sound of that. I'm going to need some warm tea after this. Takes a lot of hard work to protect a family fortune. Things aren't as easy as they used to be for us bad guys. So you're saying that business is in a slump? Let's not ask about business if we can help it, please. So, there was supposedly a car accident here last night. Last night? Of course you wouldn't know about it. Sorry to bother you. Wait. Yes? You're talking about that man, aren't you? The one who flew 30 feet and just walked away? That's my daddy! I should have known. One of our capos thought he'd make a great point man. Capo? Point man? Could you avoid using too much, industry lingo? In any case, it's been nothing but trouble. I've been cleaning up this mess since the morning. Bah! Cleaning up this paint? Was this paint spilled at the time of the accident? It was around 9 last night. I heard a crashing noise. I found your father drowning in a sea of paint. So you came to the rescue? You've my husband, the boss, to thank for that. The car that hit your father knocked over this paint, then turned the corner and sped away. We're in the middle of repainting our wall, you see. I'm sure that dragon is glaring at me. But why are you out here cleaning it up? What do you mean? I mean, aren't you a gangster? Don't you have any goons to do your dirty work for you? Please go through me when you want to. Don't be such a stiff, lawyer boy. I suppose we gangsters do have a certain image. Yes. But we're community-oriented gangsters, you see. The boss likes to give back to the people, see? How noble of him. I've availed myself of the public facilities to get rid of all the garbage. Now there's just the paint on the street to deal with. Public facilities? Wonder if she means that trash can. Alright, let's take a look around. Brightly painted dragon. Why do I get the feeling he's glaring at me? Those paints must have been to repaint this wall. That's right. I called in an artist to do the job right. He's the third so far. The third? The first spilled paint all over the entrance here, the second on my kimono. So no, don't tell me. It's better that I don't know. Okay. How do we pay him right? Oh, they changed how it works. Okay, I was like, who's that? She's looking at the park. She's pretty. I bet she has a story, you know? I bet she has a story, you know? There's something about her. Too bad she seems to be in a bit of a rush. Okay, what the hell is this about? I'm curious about this. Looks like there's some trouble by the park gate. I smell an incident. Ma'am, there's no entry to the park. Now don't tell me where I can't go, young fella. I always walk through this park on my way home. Please, get down from there. You'll hurt yourself, ma'am. That's quite the determined old lady. Personally, I'm a little more interested in this park. You know what I think? I bet they're filming a movie. Let's go take a look. Maybe we'll see someone famous. Hey, miss, stay out of the park. He got mad at me. Did something happen here, officer? No. Move along. Nothing to see. Why don't you kids go play someplace else? We're not kids, and we're not playing. I'm an attorney. Something wrong? Detective Scott. No. Not Emma Skye. Is she the detective in this game? No. We're fine, ma'am. Nothing to report. Wait a minute. Oh, shit. Detective? Why is she wearing a lab coat? I keep forgetting E is the court record. I forgot to present Emma Skye. How old is she now? We don't know. Detective Whitecapote apparently in a touchy mood. Looks like she got her wish. You're hardly one to comment on how people are dressed. And these kids are? Curiosity seekers, ma'am. They claim to be lawyers. Why don't you kids run along and play someplace else? Look, we're not, or I might spill something on that pretty face of yours. Want a dose of experimental hydroxychlorodostraze? I don't know how to say that. Come again? What's hydroxy stuff? Whatever it is, it doesn't sound good. Let's go, Trucy. Try to keep out the riffraff, if you would. Yes, ma'am. How are we going to get more information like this? Why don't we ask that nice woman across the street? Oh yes, that nice woman. Okay, so back out of that. Well, first off... Dang it, I did it again. Sorry, kid. I got no idea what you're talking about. Okay, so she has nothing to say for that. Time check. You know what? Okay. I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk to her a little bit more and then... Can I ask you a question? What? What happened in the park across the street? Oh yes, quite the commotion. Chicago lightning, as the boss would say. Chicago, huh? Gunfire, someone was killed. Strange circumstances, too. You're kidding. What a morning. Trouble everywhere. The park, the gate, even our house. Did something happen at your house, too? A crime without honor, without remorse. It's a private matter. Want to hear about it? Somehow I don't think no is an somehow I don't think no is an acceptable answer, Polly. If it's a private matter, then it's something you don't tell other people. So what happened at your house? Bloomers, last night. Eh? I got a bad feeling about this. Me, little Plum Kataki, the victim of a panty snatcher. Okay. What? So it wasn't just my panties that were stolen. Got you too, did they? Poor thing. Like I said, whoever did this is a hardened criminal. It wasn't you, was it? No, of course not! Mercy! I've heard word that panties have been disappearing lately. And the missing panties all have something in common. It's hard to imagine Trucy and Mrs. Kataki's panties have much in common. I just imagine Mrs. Kataki's panties. I know, we'll find your bloomers too. Great. Show me what you're made of. What have you got me into this time, Trucy? That girl from before. Oh, welcome home, sweetie. Hello, Mother. Why do you look... You look like... You don't look like you'd be related to her at all. She's a Kentucky too? Oh, Miss! Here, our flyer. The Wright Anything Agency? Anything Agency? Yeah, do you like the new flyer? So, this is our defense attorney, Mr. Apollo Justice. Attorney? Drop by our office. We'll be waiting. Goodbye. Who are you? Why did you give her our flyer? I don't know. She seemed like she could use some help. She's the heiress to a gangster dynasty. She doesn't need our help. I wouldn't be so sure. She did look a bit perplexed, like something was on her mind, but we will figure that out next time on Apollo Justice Trilogy. So yeah, we are now blind, and I gotta say, I'm very interested so far. Oh my gosh, I can't believe Emma Sky's our detective for this game. If you don't know, Emma Sky was the, I mean, I guess if you're watching this, you know. If you didn't know, she was the, she was our Phoenix's temporary, assistant, in the final case of the first game, Rise, well, it was a DLC case, Rise from the Ashes. A case that I didn't really like, nor did my brother, and now Emma Sky's back. I don't like Emma Sky, and she seems to have a bit of an attitude on her now. I wonder what that's gonna be about, or maybe she's gonna end up being a really close friend to Apollo in the future of this game. But we'll have to figure that out next time. So, thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to Brony Time for more content, especially more of the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. And I will see you all later. And please share this video far and wide.